everybody. Welcome to Comics from the Future. I'm Andy.
I'm Matt.
We're here with Infinity Flux Comics out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. And this is our big show, and especially this one is a very big show where we show you some of the biggest and best books you can pre-order by this weekend. So head on over to infinityflux.net right now. You can start placing your pre-orders for all of these awesome books. That way, when they're released in a few weeks, you don't have to worry about them selling out. You'll already have your name on one. We're both wearing Spider-Man hoodies.
Oh, we totally planned that.
Man.
I was wearing mine first. You just put yours on.
That is true. But great show for you. So let's get into it.
Yeah.
We're going to start off with our Prime Comic pre-orders, and a big one. It continues to top the charts.
The biggest of the big. This is Absolute Batman number 15. Now, this is obviously written by Scott Snyder, but this one, the art in this one is done by Jock. So that dynamic duo is coming back together. And in this one, Alfred reveals to Bruce the story of the man he's been chasing for years, the man known as the Joker. Now, that's all the solicitation says. Now, we were on a retailer call with Scott Snyder, Josh Williamson, Mark Waid, and some other folks from DC last Friday. And Scott Snyder told us a little bit more about this that hasn't been revealed. And holy cow, guys, this one is going to sell out. It's not a first appearance. I mean, we've seen the Absolute Universe version of the Joker here and there in other books. But the way this story is structured, the information that's going to be revealed, the mysteries that are set up, potential stories that are going to come out of this is going to be huge. One of the biggest issues of Absolute Batman, if not the biggest so far. And that's saying a lot because we've had the Abomination story arc and a whole bunch of cool Bane stuff. But this is going to be phenomenal. You definitely are not going to want to miss this. This will sell out. So definitely get your pre-orders in for this. I wish we could tell you what he told us, but the way he explained how this story is structured, it's not just your typical page 1 all the way to page 20. Yeah, it's not a total linear story. It is structured in a very interesting way, and I cannot wait to get my hands on this one.
Yeah, and you see the Joker that's here on the cover is much different than the Joker we've been introduced to so far in Absolute Batman. That is explained, and could make it even more horrifying. Yeah, this sounds awesome. Just wait. There's also just more coming up in Absolute Batman that you don't, still, if you're not getting it issue by issue, this is one I definitely recommend. Getting issue by issue and then getting the trade.
That's what I'm doing.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, it's so good. So cannot wait for this one. So this is our A cover from Nick Dragotta. There is a Jock cover. There's a Ben Oliver cover, which is creepy.
It's very like Pennywise when he reveals himself.
And there's a Brian Ballin cover as well. And I might have to get all 4 of these. I don't know if...
And I think all of these are going to sell out too.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Joker fans are going to love this and this new take on Joker.
Yep.
And just people who are morbidly curious, like, look at these covers.
Yeah.
Well, next up, we've got the return of The Darkness with Darkness issue number 1, written by Mark Silvestri, the original creator of Darkness. Art in this first issue is by Ed Benez. Going forward, the art will be by Raymond Gay. And this is awesome. I got a chance to read this earlier today. This is an oversized first issue, and this is a new origin issue for Jackie Estacado.
Yeah.
I always want to say Estazico or something.
Estevez?
Estacado. So this is a more kind of modern retelling, but you still have all of the Darkness tropes and characters and stuff that you love.
Not only the Darkness tropes, but the 90s tropes as well.
Yes.
This looks and feels like a book from the 90s. The artwork is great, but there's a lot of lines and cross-hatching and stuff. It feels like a 90s book. It's very similar to the original Darkness book. It's a lot like the Witchblade reboot that came out about a year and a half ago or so. It's in that same vein. I only read through about 2/3 of this first issue, and I really liked it a lot.
It's just fun. It feels like a return to a bygone era of comics, but not in a way that's like it feels dated. It just feels like they don't do these just bombastic action movie style books as much anymore. So in this one, you do see how Jackie comes into possession of this darkness, this almost almost like symbiote-like thing that takes over him. But the kind of war between the darkness and the light is set up in here. This is a pretty mature title,
right?
In interesting ways. It bleeps stuff out and everything, but still very mature themes.
Yeah,
and
a little spicy here and there.
Yeah,
you know.
But again, the art in this is phenomenal. And after reading this, I was like, I might have to jump on board because this was just so much fun and really sets up an interesting story going forward as you see darkness there and these mysterious characters in the background that you'll meet, plus some of his little demon friends as well that are a lot of fun.
Yeah, there's one named Zach.
Yeah, that's Zach right there.
Yeah, just Zach.
Yeah,
I'm Zach. Hey, I'm a little demon elf.
Yeah, but again, bombastic, action-packed, a ton of fun. So we've got our A cover here by Mark Silvestri. We also have this Ibanez cover. This is what your interior art looks like, and it is incredible.
It's highly detailed. The interior is, I want to say it's like more detailed than a lot of modern day comics are. It feels like the books from the 90s.
Yep. Yeah. We also have this David Mack cover, again with this character you'll learn more about in the issue, and there is a blank cover as well.
And next we have Black Panther Intergalactic #1. This, of course, is spinning out of the pages of Imperial. This is only going to be a mini-series, I think. I think it's only maybe like 5 issues. This is written by Victor Laval and the artist by Stefano Nessi. And T'Challa is once again the king of Wakanda. We saw that at the end of Imperial. And now he faces the challenge of uniting all of his kingdom, both on Earth and in the stars. But before he can begin, someone or something steals him away to a mysterious planet where he'll have to fight to save his own life. And while he's doing that, Shuri is going to work to try to find him. And while they're both preoccupied with that, will someone else seize the title of Emperor of Wakanda? So this could be really cool. It's kind of like having your cake and eating it too, because from what we've seen, it looks, this is like a Black Panther in space story, which we've had that before. But the planet he's on kind of looks like a jungle planet. So it's almost like you have your Black Panther stalking through the jungle, but it's also in space. So you get the best of both worlds with Black Panther in this one. So this is our A cover. We have a Dietzel Pizarro variant. There is a Greg Land variant and a Luciano Vecchio Winter Break variant. And I think we're going to see more of these.
Yeah, with Black Panther all caked up.
I was going to say, will each one have as much cake as this one has?
Well, moving on, another book that spun out of Imperial. This is Planet She-Hulk issue #2. Just wanted to talk about this because issue #1 came out this week and it was so much fun. And in this one, there's not a whole lot of information about it. Just that Jen is continuing to have to try and keep the peace on Sakaar, but we know now she's been pulled into more of the political ramifications of everything that goes on there. A lot of backstabbing, a lot of lies and deceit as she's trying to play attorney there, and also take everybody down a peg as She-Hulk. So continues to be really fun, from the Imperial one-shot into this Planet She-Hulk ongoing. I'm very excited. And the Black Panther one is just a miniseries, but I believe this, for all I know, is an ongoing series.
I hope so. I love the first issue.
Yeah, so we've got our A cover here. We have a nullified variant by Bonacorso.
I really like that.
That's really cool. Yeah. And a Tim Seeley variant, which I also really like this one.
This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Battle Nexus #1. This is written by Tom Waltz. The art is by Escora Brothers. And when one of the Turtles' closest allies is taken hostage by a mysterious adversary, the brothers are drawn into a new dimension of adventure. This is going to be a 5-part weekly series. I should have mentioned that at the beginning. 5 parts coming out every week. And this is going to see the Ninja Turtles fighting for their lives in a martial arts challenge, unlike anything they've ever faced before, with 4 deadly champions selected from across 40 years of Ninja Turtle media to destroy the Ninja Turtles, every Ninja Turtle. So it says, for the first time, IDW's Heroes in a Half Shell meet allies from other fan favorite TMNT universes as they fight for their lives and discover the unbelievable secrets of Battle Nexus. So this, it's not just going to be your current day Ninja Turtles. It's going to be Ninja Turtles from all over the place, all different eras and versions and interpretations all coming together. And it sounds like a lot of fun.
Those Archie turtles are just gonna get their
Oh
butts
yeah,
handed to them.
right. So this is our A cover. So that's your interior artist. That's what it's going to look like. There is a Santaluco variant.
See right there, you've got the Mirage Shredder,
Yeah,
and that's the CG animated
yeah, metalhead.
metalhead down there. How cool is that?
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. And then
Oh,
there's
there's the arm of the animated one,
yeah, he's
Leonardo.
gonna, yeah, they got taken out quick. And there's a Shoning variant. I don't know who that guy is.
I think he's kind of the Mixless Pitalik of the Ninja
Okay,
Turtles universe.
but
Is
I
he
love.
playing all the toys?
Yeah, he looks like he's playing with the original toys and then also the movie toys.
The Michael Bay movie toy?
Well,
or...
no, those look like the toys from like they had the rubbery skin. I had the Donatello one of those.
But they had like the splotches on them to make them look like the real turtles. That's really fun. Well, next up we have Batman issue number 4, and this is an exciting one because in this one, organized crime in Gotham has become really, really organized as as Bruce Wayne investigates the Crown of Storms, and Batman pursues anarchy and discovers a criminal conspiracy hiding in plain sight that will change the game for crime and criminals in Gotham City and the world. And one, it's cool to get Anarchy back because I haven't seen him in a book in quite a while. But this issue is introducing Minotaur, your character here on the cover, and you did not see that. He does have 7 fingers.
Not AI.
Not AI.
That is done on purpose.
He has 7 fingers on each hand, and Matt Fraction talked about that this kind of gives him that quintessential Batman villain quirk that a lot of them have, much like James Bond villains, like Ian Fleming villains, Odd Job or Jaws or whatever. They all have like the thing that makes them look a little bit different, and that's what his is going to be. So he's a cunning opponent designed specifically for this series, but intended to remain with Batman for the long term. It says masked with 7 fingers on each hand, and what I think is really interesting, and this does give me a little Court of Owls flavor. Minotaur is not a supervillain trying to conquer the world, but rather one who has already, and he did it in secret. So another one of those like working behind the scenes. Also gives me, like, if you watch Squid Game, like some of the people who are behind the scenes, they wear the mask and they're orchestrating all of this.
You know, I feel like we get that kind of story a lot where it's like Court of Owls. It's like, oh, actually, there's this other group that's been in the shadows. And then a few years later, it's like, but there's another group that's even more secret than that group. So I feel like we get that kind of story a lot. But I also really like that kind of story, so I don't really care because I love that kind of stuff.
I like a character that makes Batman question. Like, I thought I knew everything, but what is this?
So I don't care how many times we get it. I'm a sucker for that kind of thing.
And I'm sure this will have its own flair and spin to it. So we've got our A cover here. We have a Jim Lee cover, which is really cool that you've got the Batman logo back there with the Anarchy symbol and everything. And even Jim Lee's signature is graffiti.
Oh, nice.
We have a Tedesco cover with Anarchy. We have a Massafara cover. And we have a Jorge Jimenez Bat Gadget variant, this time with the iconic Bat Utility Belt. I still think he should label what's in them.
He doesn't need to. All right, next up, we have our Soot-Stained Heart #1. This is going to be a 4-issue miniseries from Mad Cave. This is written by Joni Hagg and Stipen Morian, and the art is by Stipen Morian as well. This is described as a steampunk Santa story. It's about this group, or not a group, I'm sorry, a city called the Coalition. It's a city of wonder in the deep north, and it's ruled by the cruel Governor Glass and his factory lords. And in this one, coal is the lifeline of the city. And for honest workers like young Peggy Stones, and I'm sure that's her there, life can be hard because of the nefarious quota. To get extra coal at the end of the year, you must be bad every day. So it's like the opposite of what you would expect. Peggy's life is thrown into chaos when she's imprisoned and sent into exile, which brings a harrowing journey to the ends of the world to find answers that could change the world. So yeah, instead of trying to be good and get toys, they want to be bad so they can get extra coal. That should be fun. So that's our A cover. That's your interior artist right there. And there is a Trakanov variant.
That's crazy. Well, next up, we have Giant Size Criminal #1. I misspoke on our Wednesday show because I think this is not 266 pages because I think that was a label on something, but this is still oversized, and it does sound like there's going to be a lot in it. But this is by Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips, your criminal team. And this is the first single issue of Criminal that we've gotten in over 5 years. They've done some of the graphic novels and everything that are set within the Criminal universe, but as a series and as a single issue, we haven't got one in a long time. This comes packed with a novella-length story starring fan favorite character Ricky Lawless, a major player that is going to be in the TV show that this releases right at the premiere of. So you can read this, watch the show, and be all into Criminal. Ricky Lawless, he's going on a solo heist. So what could possibly go wrong? You'll also get a Criminal tabletop RPG module written by Kieran Gillen and illustrated by Sean Phillips. So maybe it works with like 5e or something, but you can play a little Criminal story. Plus, behind the scenes insights into the TV show, a fully illustrated guide to the world of Criminal and its key characters. And what is really cool about this is exclusively in print and only available at comic shops as their way of thanking retailers. So
Nice.
There's not going to be a digital version of this. You're not going to be able to find this.
It's a one shot?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a one shot. Yeah. So for Criminal fans, there's tons of you out there. Don't miss out on this because it all sounds like you're just not going to be able to get this any other way. So we've got our A cover right here. And we have a Marcos Martin variant. And like I said, yeah, this is going to be a TV show that is premiering very soon, like right when this comes out. Nice. So that's going to be really cool.
I need to go back and read the original. I read it way back in the day, but I don't remember.
Same. I remember I read it when it was coming out, and I loved it. And then that spiraled me into all of the Brubaker and Phillips stuff. It's all really fun.
The Brubaker verse.
Yeah, really. It's a very crime-ridden universe. Well, next up. This is another big part of our show. It's the big event check-in because DC and Marvel are coming in hot with this one.
So we're starting this section off with DCKO Superman versus Captain Atom. Now this, we'll have a couple of these, and these are one-shots, or some of these are. This is written by Joshua Williamson, and the art is by Sean Isaacs, whose work I love, so I'm so excited to have him on a book of this caliber. This is All Fight Month, Round 1. And I don't know why these are labeled round 1, 2, 3, 4, because I thought they were all kind of happening at the same time. So a little bit confused on that, but it's not too important. And it just says a fight so explosive you won't want to miss it. When we were on that retailer call last Friday, they showed us a few pages from some of the interior pages of this. Holy cow. Now, all of these All Fight books, some of these All Fight Month books are going to be action-packed, just wall-to-wall fighting. So if there's not going to be a lot of decompressed storytelling. It's just going to be these characters just butting heads going at each other.
Two of the most powerful characters in the DC universe right here.
Yeah, so awesome. Believe me when I tell you, lots of action, gorgeous artwork. I cannot wait for this one. So this is our A cover. Jorge Corona is doing the A covers for these. There's a John Jang cover. There is a Lucas Meyer cover and a Sanford Green cover with Darkseid. And a Sean Isaacs cover, so that's your interior artist, and that's might be the one I get. Although I like the A covers too, because they all. Oh, and they did make a point to say that at least on the A covers, the trade dress, they're all going to look similar, so you're going to know if you want these books. Because some of them are in ongoing series and some of them are one shots, but you will know which ones to get by the trade dress, the title on the top.
Continuing with the All Fight Month, Aquaman. Now, this is going to be an Aquaman issue number 12. So this is not a standalone issue, as in like the Superman, the Atom. This is going to be within the ongoing title of Aquaman. It's issue 12, but this is round 2. So I believe you should still be able to pick this up if you just want to read the All Fight Month and see some of these fights. And of course, round 2, we are getting Aquaman versus Hawkman. That I think is going to be awesome. The sky versus the sea in this one. And this is going to be by your main team of Aquaman, Jeremy Adams, and John Timms. I'm so excited about this one. I love both of these characters, and to see them go at it is going to
Yeah.
be insane.
We saw some interiors of this one as well. Looks awesome, gorgeous artwork, lots of fighting, and also they told us too. So there's two different ways to look at this. If you only want to read the DCKO all fight stuff, if you're not currently reading Aquaman, you can still pick this up. This is accessible to you. If you're only reading Aquaman and you don't want to read the DCKO all fight month stuff, you should still pick this up because they did say that there will still be a little bit of the the current story.
Yeah.
Like there will still be some story beats from the current story in this as well. So
And
whichever
it's
way.
mainly for the ones that are within the main titles.
That's right. That's right.
Of the ongoing series.
Yeah. So if you're only reading Aquaman, I wouldn't recommend skipping this because there will still be some mainline Aquaman story stuff in here. It's just that most of it will be this right here.
Yeah. And I am okay with that.
Same.
So this is your A cover by John Timms. We also have this Gilla March variant. There is a Talaski variant, just chilling with his dolphin bros. There is a Lucas Meyer cover, which is a great kind of homage of Justice League #1, but this time with Justice League Blue. And there is, and this one just became available. This is the Ki Young Eum cover.
And then going back to the one-shots, this is Wonder Woman versus Lobo. And again, this is not part of the main Wonder Woman book. This is its own separate book. And the Superman Captain Atom, that was its own separate book too, not part of the main Superman line. So this one is written by Joel Jones, and the art is by Jason Howard and Carrie Nord. This says all fight month round 3, but again, and all these come out on the the Aquaman and the Wonder Woman come out on the 10th of December. The Superman one comes out on the 3rd, so that will be a week before. It just says witness the ultimate smackdown as two heavy hitters fight for the crown. And I can't wait for this. I can't wait to see them go at each other. So this is our A cover by Jorge Corona. There's a Dan Panosian cover. There is a Joel Jones cover. Elizabeth Torque has a variant, and Eddie Barrows has a variant.
And not part of the technical fight month, but another DCKO tie-in is Knightfight issue #2, and this one is going to be great. I don't know if it's spoiled like who he's fighting in here, but it's pretty obvious. Yeah. But each former Robin has shaped Gotham City into their own vision of justice, and if Bruce can make his way past Dick Grayson, which was in issue #1, he'll face the darkest one yet. Will he survive the most violent aspects of his own legacy, or will Batman's greatest failure destroy him and the city he's sworn to protect? If you, I mean, down there at the bottom under the red hood, you get who this one's going to be. But they did show us some interior pages of this as well. And I think we mentioned it before that each issue of this, depending on the Batman he's facing, is going to kind of change the look of the issue. Yeah. It's still all Dan Moore drawing it, but Dan Moore kind of approaching the art from a different direction to fit the Gotham that this Robin has inspired. Yeah. And this one is really cool.
And I'm glad you said that because the Gotham, this Knightfight series, it's not the same Gotham in all 4 issues.
They're not all these Batmans are in there at once.
Right. They're all, like he's going to different versions of Gotham that have been shaped by these different Batmen that he's going to be facing. And yeah, like you said, different visual style. Still Dan Mora, still his awesome artwork, but this book will look different than Knightfight #1. But trust us when we say it looks awesome.
Yeah. So if the first one was Dick Grayson and it was very colorful,
right,
and a little bit more hopeful like Dick Grayson, imagine what a Jason Todd city would look like.
Yeah, they told us what the some of the books that Dan Moore took inspiration from. I don't want to tell you. I don't know if it would be spoiling anything. Yeah. But you can, like, we'll talk more about it when it comes out. But you can tell, you're like, oh, that kind of looks like.
Yep.
Blank, and it looks great.
Yeah, so we've got our A cover right here. We also have a Gilla March cover for this, which I love. Batman has Batlift.
Yeah.
We also have a Molina cover, that's and there nice. You get to see what your other version of Batman looks like here, which is very the game.
Arkham, the Arkham
Origin, is it?
Which ones?
Which is the one?
Arkham Knight.
Arkham Knight. Yeah, that's a very Arkham Knight style Batman. And that is it.
And McFarlane, hurry up and make toys of all of those Batman before you lose the license. Okay, so this is Omega Kids number 3. In this one, Quentin Quire discovers exactly what he's created for Revelation, and I think he'll regret it because at the end of the first one, we learned a little bit something about the Omega Kids that even Quentin Quire didn't know, and I think he's going to be like, "Oh shoot, I created a monster," basically. Yeah. And it says, "Has Kid Omega become a throwback, or does the age of Omega Kids need to end?" So this is the last. So all of these tie-ins are only 3 issues. So as we talk about the number 3s, just know that those are the ends of these little tie-in miniseries.
I believe this is the last week of pre-orders for these 2. Because we're also getting X-Men 22 on this.
Oh, yeah,
so
maybe.
This may be the final.
Maybe. So this is our A cover. There's an Adam Polina variant and a Salvador LaRocca variant. Nice new X-Men homage.
New X-Men, yeah. Yep. Well, next up we have Radioactive Spider-Man number 3 of 3, Spider-Man versus Spin, which is Miles. Mm-hmm. It's his name in the Spider-Man and Friends,
the cartoon,
the very young ages show. But I like this in here because it does reference him as ex-Spider-Man Miles. So it's almost like he changed his name because he doesn't want to be associated with Spider-Man anymore, even though his costume still very Spider-Man.
Yeah, right.
Who does Peter have a greater responsibility to, the people of New York or the people he loves most in the world? Ex-Spider-Man Miles and Ghost Spider know the answer, and they'll go through Peter to do the right thing.
Oh, I bet I know why they're fighting. I'm not going to say it, but the thing at the end,
yeah,
I bet Peter doesn't want to do what he has to do with that thing, but they're like, hey, that thing's dangerous, and you got to take it out,
So I'm very excited about this. I really liked the first issue. I thought it was a lot of fun. Yeah. This version of Spider-Man's pretty cool. I like the extra arms and stuff. I wouldn't want it as an ongoing thing, but the 3-issue thing, I am down for. So we've got our A cover here. We have a Mike McCone variant, and there's that
thing.
There's that thing. If you read number 1, you know who that is. And there's a Kreese Lee, another great homage cover.
That's nice. This is Rogue Storm number 3. Number 2 comes out next week. We'll talk about that one on Monday. As a result of the actions of Rogue and Storm, an ancient evil has been let loose upon the world. And various sorcerers are meeting their brutal ends, and magical defenses from Doctor Doom, Damon Hellstrom, Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange, and many other Marvel mystics prove futile. With the help of disgraced sorcerer Daniel Drum, which is Dr. Voodoo's ghost twin brother who died in his very first appearance, Rogue and Storm will face the ancient evil one final time. So, sounds like maybe they're gonna team up. I think they were going at each other in the first issue, but that'll make more sense when we read the second issue, I'm sure. This is our A cover. There's a Malavia variant and a Ben Harvey variant.
And next up, we have the final issue of The Last Wolverine. And this actually sounds really cool. I liked the first issue. I thought it was a lot of fun. But I'm really interested in this, what happened with Logan Wolverine.
Right.
And this sounds like we're getting a lot of that. So Wolverine, the Wendigo Wolverine, has tracked down Logan. But when a student meets teacher on the field of battle, who will remain standing as the last Wolverine? And so this is a Age of Revelation book. There could be someone come out on top here. That we may see the end of one of these two as we see who the last Wolverine is. So I'm very excited about this. I think this is going to be one of the really interesting ones because of really what is going on with Wolverine. So we've got our A cover here. We have a Sequeira variant and a Lionel Yu cover. So this feels like another Fight Month issue with them going all at it.
This is X-Men Book of Revelation number 3. I don't know when the second one comes out, but I really enjoyed the first one. So in this one, Revelation's court is in an uproar as plots are revealed and betrayals laid bare. But the greatest betrayal of all is yet to come, and the world will never be the same. So we've talked about which books, which books are necessary and which ones aren't. Amazing X-Men is obviously your main number 1 core book. This one also feels like it may be pretty important too. And of course, it's written by Jed McKay, who was kind of the architect of the whole thing. So the first one felt pretty important. So if you're wanting to read only the main ones, I would go with Amazing X-Men and this one.
Yeah.
And then everything else, just pick whichever ones you want. But and we may end up being wrong, but the first issue just sort of felt.
It felt like we were seeing the other side of the coin.
Right, because this is what Revelation is doing during all of this, while all the other books are all about what all the heroes are doing. So I like the first issue. Can't wait for this one. This is our
you got the Ghost of Philadelphia.
The Ghost of Philadelphia, yeah, which I want to know all about her too. Yep. This is our A cover. There's an Ivan Shavrin variant and a Fabrizio de Tommaso variant.
Well, next up, this is a big one. This is X-Men number 22. We are back from the Age of Revelation.
Yeah, this is after it's all over.
This is the new Shadows of Tomorrow. This is the next kind of banner they're falling under. It's not an event, but it's more of a status for the X books.
It's like how From the Ashes was.
Right.
Yeah, it's just a status quo.
But we're returning to issue number 22, and this is the Age of Revelation epilogue.
Okay.
So this is going to bookend this entire event, and I'm really excited to see what this is all about, because we have some theories about that cover, but it says, and I like how they're vague about this, but if you've been reading any of this, you know who they're talking about. One X-Man of the present has been stranded in the Age of Revelation, fighting against impossible odds in the world of tomorrow. But while they've been there, what has their future counterpart been doing in their body in the present?
But that should be two of them, because Beast and Cyclops.
Yeah, I know. It's like, we'll have to see what they're always talking about Cyclops. They're not talking about Beast.
Yeah, maybe Beast is able to come back, but Cyclops isn't for some reason.
I don't know. And we'll be, I guess, talking about Cyclops #1 in a few weeks.
Yeah.
So I wonder if is Age of Revelation Cyclops, are they actually going to wrap that up and that will be past Cyclops, or is this the status quo for Cyclops going forward?
I think that for a little while anyway, I think that Cyclops on the cover is actually Age of Revelation Cyclops back in time, and that's why he's going after Doug. He's like, I'm gonna kill Doug before this can even happen, So it's a guess. We don't know for sure, but
I love he's there with magic sword. You've got all Juggernaut looks awesome. You got this great Tony Daniel cover. Yeah. So we've got our A cover here, and I do think this, if you hadn't been reading X-Men, but you jumped on with Age of Revelation, you're really enjoying it, this does seem like a pretty good way to enter back into the X books with this one. So this is your A cover. We've got a Talavera magic cover. I am a sucker for any magic cover. It's just so cool. We have the Jeremy Wilson 2-part connecting foil cover. So I guess we'll see the other part on the next issue or something, maybe Uncanny. We've got a Romero cover.
That looks great.
That's so cool.
Classic.
It's just like almost like first appearance of Juggernaut cover. We have a Vecchio cover with Scott.
Yeah.
And we have a Netho Diaz X-Men trading card.
Oh.
Where is this new trading card set, and can I pre-order it? That is so cool. Next up, we have more Essential Comics, because there's even more on this.
Oh, yeah. We're not slowing down any. So this is Startling Tales of Santa Claus, the 2025 annual, because of all the other Startling Tales of Santa Claus books. So obviously, this is going to be a one-shot, and this is written by Benito Cereno, and the art is by a whole bunch of different artists. This is going to be 80 pages. 80. Did I say 80 pages with no ads? It's going to be
8 pages.
8 pages.
No ads.
No ads. It's going to be $9.99. 80 pages, no ads. 6 seasonal fantasy adventure stories to drive the cold winter away. We're going to see St. Nicholas matching wits with a devil. Mrs. Claus takes on the wild huntsman. The birth of a log that poops nougat.
That's a real thing.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's I forgot what country it's from, but that's like a seasonal thing.
I did not I didn't pay attention to that when I was typing out my notes. I was trying to get them done so fast. The grisly outcome of trying to outlaw the Krampus. How many cookies really make a dozen? And Christmas in Lovecraft Country. So 6 different little short one and done stories for your holiday pleasure. This comes out December 3rd. So pick this up and read it throughout the month of December. There's actually a bunch of Christmas themed.
Yeah, I kind of clumped them all together.
Yeah. So lots of stuff to read in December to get ready for Christmas. So this is our A cover. There is a CK variant and a Tom Fowler variant.
That one's cool.
Yeah, I
With
like
the
that one.
huntsman and everything. Yeah, if you know, let us know in the comments what country the pooping log
Right.
is, because that I watched a whole like Travel Channel thing on that. It's great.
That'll be what our next letter page show is. The whole thing is going to be about the pooping log.
Okay, next up we have another one shot just in time for the holidays. This is EC Shiver Suspense Stories number 2 or 2 issue 1, the sequel in number to last
Right,
year's.
yeah.
But this is a one shot. It's going to be 56 pages. It didn't really list these stories, but if you're familiar with the EC stuff, you know you're going to have some great ones in here. So 56 pages, all new terrifying tales of holiday horror. Written by David M. Boer, Melissa Flores, George Northey, Ben H. Winters, plus art by Dan McDade and Sammy Kivella. And it says there's going to be some surprise creative teams in there as well. So another fun winter Christmas style horror book. We've got our A cover here, and there is an Adam Hughes cover.
Oh.
Yeah.
For a half second, I was like, "Oh, that's sweet," but then I noticed what's going on, and that's creepy. Well, this is Dread the Halls 2025 one shot. So another one shot, another book full of just short one and done stories. This one is going to be $6.99 and is 72 pages. Jordan Hart and Luana Vecchio deliver a seasonal blend of Hallmark movie and brutal revenge flick. Chris Rial and Keithan Jones turn Mars red when the Martians conquer Santa Claus. Walter Pax and Fabio Veras return to the series, rendering festive terror. And Chris Rial and Lee Ferguson close things out with an even darker Christmas Carol. So just more. I mean, like between this and the last two books we talked about, you have a ton of short, little fun and one and done creepy Christmas stories. And this one and Startling Tales of Santa Claus comes out on December 3rd. And then the last book, the Shiver Suspense Stories, comes out on the 10th. So they're getting spread out over a couple of weeks. So you get all kinds of cool stuff. So this is our Maria Wolf A cover. There's a Luana Vecchio cover. There's a Jordan Hart cover. A Toby Wilmsmer cover. Great. Yeah, that's great. And a Maria Wolf Toxic variant.
Oh, and we're not done with the Christmas yet, because next up is the Terminator. Santa Claus is coming to town. This is a one shot, and who ever thought they would see this? This is awesome. So this is a one shot by Paulina Ganichow, and the art is by Kendall Good. Humanity is on the naughty list. Terminator is coming. It's Christmas Eve in Skynet's apocalyptic future, and the atmosphere is pretty far from festive, but even the blasted rubble of civilization, the surviving elders of the resistance, have fond memories of the holidays, and in between drone attacks, the younger members are eager to hear about them. The story of the jolly old man in the red suit who infiltrated people's perimeters is especially intriguing. How did he avoid the sentries and guard dogs? What kind of exfoliation techniques was he using? And most important, did he have glowing red eyes that matched his fur-trimmed hat, like the hulking figure that's now advancing on their position? So just... I like the kids imagining, like, all we can imagine is Terminator in this scenario. Yeah. Get ready to deck the halls with phased plasma rifles as relentless comics machines Paulina Ganichow and Kendall Good celebrate the most wonderful time of the year, and Terminator Santa Claus is coming to town.
This feels like a Terminator book from Dark Horse in the 90s or something. It
does, you know? And I am all here for it. So this sounds awesome. We've got our A cover here by Will Robson. We've got a... be a genie cover. We've got a Hannigan cover.
I like that.
That's so cool. And a Kendall Good cover, which, I mean, that's also awesome.
I want a Terminator movie that's that, but it never acknowledges the silliness. It's just as serious as all the other movies, but it just happens to be Santa Claus.
We need Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's right. Oh, yeah.
But it turns out that he's actually a Terminator the whole time. Yeah. So, and then Terminator versus Turbo Man. Please make that happen.
Yep. All right, so we're done with the Christmas books, at least for this week, but I'm sure there'll be more later. So now we're going to move on to Absolute Green Lantern number 9. And it says Enter Nemesis. And I think this is there's not a main universe Nemesis, is there? So I think this is the first appearance of a new character in the Absolute Universe called Nemesis. Somewhere in Coast City, Joe Mullen is babysitting a comatose Hal Jordan at her ex-wife's place. We've seen that over the last couple issues. And meanwhile, agents Simon Baz and Carrie Limbo are getting closer to the mysteries of Evergreen, and so is Hector Hammond and his top assassin, the man called Nemesis. So,
Oh, I get it, who it is.
I don't know.
There's a character that was not their main name, but they were referenced as Nemesis.
Okay. Oh, is that okay? Never mind. We'll talk about it later. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. So this is our A cover. There's a Gilliam March cover. There is a Yasmin Putri cover and a Bengal cover.
Well, next up, we have our next part of the Dreadnought War for G.I. Joe. This is part 3 because this is twice a month as this comes out. So, who will survive the Dreadnought War? Duke and Cobra Commander are confronted by an enemy they never expected. But the Dreadnoughts aren't far behind, and I wonder, is there really something under the sands there that is giving off this Energon pulse?
Yeah, is there, or was it a trap?
They didn't know it was a trap when they got there.
Well, when they got there, I thought Cobra Commander said something about, oh, it's a trap, like it was planted, like there's nothing.
But
really
they wouldn't
here.
have known about that ping because a certain character gave the Dreadnoughts a heads up that something should happen while they're there.
Yeah.
We'll have to see, but it does sound like there is going to be a third nemesis in this. So we've got our A cover here, and we've got a Canetti variant and a Ben Oliver variant.
This is Cyberarchy #1. So this is a new, I believe, miniseries from Mad Cave. I'm not sure how many issues. This is from Matt Hardy and Clark Bent. This is about a newly born robotic life form named Ash, who was created as the newest Denzian of a space liner that is run solely by mechanical life. Ash's creator is another robot named Rust, who explains that all mechanical life and artificial intelligence on that ship decided that they no longer wanted to serve the human crew. And so in its place arose a cyberarchy, a more efficient mechanical society. So you basically got a ship full of robots, right? But Ash soon realizes that all is not well. This cyberarchy is a fractured society with a secret hidden at the heart of it that will one day pit all organic life against robots like himself. So lots of sci-fi robot space action in this one. This is our A cover, and there's an Andy Clark variant.
Well, next up we have Inferno Girl Red Book 2, #1. So all you fans of Inferno Girl Red, or
I'm one,
or the Massive Verse with Radiant Black, all of that, it is going on into this next 3-issue miniseries, but each of the issues is 40 pages. So this is by Matt Groom and Erica D'Urso. So if you are a fan of that, don't miss out on this. It would be kind of pointless for me to describe what happens in book 2 if you haven't read book 1. But if you're a fan of the series, don't miss out on getting book 2. This is your A cover by D'Urso. That's your interior artist. There's a Luana Vecchio cover and a Daniel Bayliss Youngblood team-up variant.
And this is Daredevil Punisher, The Devil's Trigger #2. #1 has not come out yet, and I don't remember when it does. It's not next week, but it is this month, so it'll be coming soon. But in this second issue, the Nucci crime family is one of the slimiest and most vile criminal organizations the Marvel Universe has ever seen, and it's fallen to Frank Castle to ensure that they get what's coming to them, and he's not going to let things like due process or Daredevil stand in his way, but Daredevil has other ideas and ideals as these two titans find themselves on a collision course with the fate of Marvel's first family of crime in the balance. So it sounds like your classic Daredevil Punisher. Punisher wants to take him out. Daredevil doesn't want him to. He wants him to face actual justice, and they're going to come to blows. And I'm fine with that. I love those kinds of
that
stories.
Look for Punisher is so good. All the white highlight parts of his clothes, so cool.
Absolutely. So that's our A cover. There is a German Peralta nullified variant.
Oh, they both got nullified.
Yeah, that's really cool. There's a Jonas Scharf winter break variant. No cake in that one. But some guns, and a Mark Bagley variant. Cool. Can't wait for this. I love Punisher and Daredevil going at it.
Yeah. Well, next up we got continuing story stuff that's either already started or about to start, but it is continuing. We're gonna kick it off with The Batman Second Night, #2 of 3. This is that oversized magazine Black Label book from DC. And in issue #2, Scarecrow emerges in Gotham City and fear consumes the streets. And they did let us know a little bit about this and maybe another surprise character that's going to show up in here. So don't miss out on this because it's about to get really cool.
Yeah, because, Lois Lane was in the first issue, so who do you think might show up in the second one? I don't know.
Jimmy Olsen.
Jimmy Olsen, right.
So this is your A cover.
Steve Lombard.
Oh, man, that's what people are craving. We also had this Aspinall cover and a Malavia cover.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah, and behind him, that's so creepy.
This is Alien vs. Captain America #2. #1 came out this week, and I really liked it a lot. In this one, Captain America leads Bucky and the rest of the Howling Commandos behind enemy lines in order to free one of their own, but no one is prepared for the horror they discover at Hydra's most top-secret base. And meanwhile, has Red Skull managed to find a way to harness the destructive might of the Xenomorphs, or is he merely added to the carnage and chaos of the war front? Either way, Captain America and his allies are about to face their biggest fight yet. That is, unless an unexpected alien ally sees fit to intervene. And I'm not really sure who they're referring to or what that means. But
maybe like Silver Surfer or something.
Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, this is set in World War II, so I don't really know. I don't know. But the first one was cool. The fact that it's set in World War II really makes it cool for me. This is our A cover. There is a Diatzel Pizarre cover.
Uh-oh.
That's really cool. And Don't Move. Yeah. Right, Don't Move. And a Mark Brooks cover. That's awesome, too.
That's so cool. Yeah. We want you. Next up, we have Amazing Spider-Man Torn, issue #3. #2 comes out next week, so we'll be talking about it on Monday. So we'll know a little bit more about what's going on, but issue 1 was a lot of fun. And this one, they're continuing to play with the Torn idea as torn between two loves, as Gwen and MJ both rush to the aid of an injured Peter Parker. And, like always, Peter Parker is split between multiple lives.
You could say he's torn between two women.
I did say that.
Oh.
Kind of. Between two loves.
Yeah.
So we've got our A cover here. We have a Tony Daniel cover.
I like that one.
And a Scotto Lavina variant.
This is Ultimate Wolverine #13. Wolverine hunts down the Maker's Council, and with the Maker himself on the horizon, because that dome is about to open soon, it's time to exact revenge on the ones who turned his life into a living nightmare. Wolverine's journey through the Endgame starts here, so we are getting ever closer. Actually, Ultimate Endgame #1 will have already been out by the time this comes out. This comes out a week after Ultimate Endgame #1, so we'll be in the thick of it by then.
Yeah, and what issue comes out next week? Is it issue number...
Well, Ultimate Wolverine doesn't come out next week. It's Black Panther. And,
oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was thinking about... I've been looking at all these covers.
Is it... Wait, hold on. It's Black Panther. It's Black Panther and... Oh, I can't open it from here. I don't know. I thought there was 2 of them. Maybe Ultimate Wolverine?
I think it is Ultimate Wolverine.
Oh, okay. All right. well, just stay tuned on to Monday, and we will tell you then. So this is our A cover. There is a Benjamin Sue Ultimate 1 Year in foil variant and a Marguerite Sauvage variant.
Ultimate Wolverine #11.
Look at that.
See, I'm not going crazy. You're crazy.
No, I was just testing you, and you passed. Good job.
It's good to see Phoenix up and about also because wasn't in a good state the last time we saw her. Next up, we have Supernatural issue #3. This one sounds like a lot of fun. It's all fun and games until someone gets turned into a zombie. Because Sam and Dean team up with some LARPers who survived an attack in the woods where one of their members went missing. And they're determined to save this missing friend. So they're going to be armed with real weapons as they all go and try to find them. So, yeah. I like... This is like specifically like... It feels like an episode that they would have had, and I think that is awesome. So this is going to be really fun. This is your A cover. There is a Ricardo variant and a photo variant. 2 handsome boys.
This is Rook Exodus #9. #8 came out this week. I read it last night. It's really good. Trapped in the lair of the monstrous Arachnid, who is the warden of spiders, Rook, Direwolf, and Matterhorn face thousands of ravenous mutated spiders, and time is running out. If the wardens fail, the fate of Exodus itself may be sealed in the web. Plus, who is Stag, and why does he want Direwolf's father dead? Direwolf's father is... shoot. I can't remember his name. He's a dog. He's the dog warden. I don't remember his name though. But yeah, we've seen Stag over the course of the last couple issues, and he looks really cool. He's got these big horns. He's like the wardens of deer, basically. So this is our A cover. There is a mask variant and a Kale New connecting variant. I've been getting these because the picture they make is really cool.
Is that the turtle warden?
Yeah, Carapace.
Yeah, I love that one. Next up, we don't talk about this all the time, but there's been some really fun issues of I Hate Fairyland. This one is issue number 46, and we're getting close to issue number 50. And in this one, they unveil Gertrude Stein, which is totally not a giant Frankenstein of Scotty Young himself. So that's going to be really fun. Yeah. This is your A cover. There is a Scotty Young cover, which also I just love that he got brought into the book.
Yeah.
And a Youngblood team up. And she was been collecting all the Youngblood's heads.
I've got to get caught up on this. I've got the big thick the thing that collects the first several volumes, and then beyond that, I got to get caught up.
She has a bucket or a box for feet and a box for pouches.
Nice.
It's very good.
Yeah. This is Transformers number 27. Number 26 comes out next week. We'll talk about that on Monday. And in this one, Megatron strikes back. The Decepticons make their move to rescue one of their most powerful members from the Autobots. Do we know who it is?
Who they have in possession.
Maybe we don't know yet? I don't remember. I read 25, but I don't remember anybody being their captive. Maybe it's Soundwave. Who knows? So this is our A cover from David Nakayama. There's a Daniel Warren Johnson and Mike Spicer cover. And there is a Jorge Corona and Mike Spicer connecting variant.
Well, next up we have Return to Sleepy Hollow issue number 2. Issue number 1 was a lot of fun. Of course, this is set in the Tim Burton Sleepy Hollow universe of the movie. With all the deaths around town, the constable insists they are accidents, but Ichabod and Katrina suspect evil has returned to plague the town. And if you read the first issue, you know that is absolutely the case by the last page. So if you like that first one, check out issue number 2. This is your A cover. And there's an S-Stock variant, which is really nice. I wonder if those are connecting, because the first there's a really nice Ichabod where he's looking this way.
Yeah,
and then,
I bet they are.
So that would be really cool.
Next is American Caper number 2. Number 1 comes out next week. We'll be talking about that one on Monday. And in this one, Verona, Wyoming is rattled by a murder, a van crash of smuggled immigrants, and 3 escaped fugitives on the run. William visits Marty Blowman, the erratic HGH-swilling billionaire turned cowboy, who reveals a little too much of his insecurities. Meanwhile, Orson violates his Mormon oath in Mexico, seeks redemption, and finds his wife at home baking pie for a concerning visitor. I don't know what any of that means. I don't know who any of those people are, but it will make more sense on Monday, hopefully.
This is by the writer of that worked on Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption. So expect some of that like humor mixed with just like the worst people you can imagine.
Yeah. So we'll definitely have a better idea on Monday about this one. So this is our A cover from Tyler Boss, and there's a Simon Bisley variant.
Well, next up we have No Place issue number 2. Number 1 came out this week. It was so much fun by Tim Seeley and Stefano Simone. And in this one, Mariposa, who is your main character, is first day on the job with the Nether Operations Place, or No Place, a shadow organization responsible for protecting Earth against invasions from other realms, like Oz or Wonderland or any of those other fantastical places. So I loved issue number 1. Again, another great Ignition Press book. We've got our A cover here, and we have a Chris Mitten variant. Next up, we got a cover gallery because there's a lot of cool stuff to show you.
Yep, we are going to show you Action Comics number 1093, the Jorge Molina variant, and the Bengal variant.
Next up, we have Adventures of Superman Book of L number 4. This is the Sarah Baslam cover. Anytime Superman's breaking chains is cool.
This is Batman Gotham by Gaslight, A League for Justice number 6, and this is the last issue of this miniseries, and this is the Brian Bolland cover.
I don't know how he does anything in those big old gloves that look like you use them to get something out of the oven with. Then we've got Geiger number 19. This is the Jim Lee cover for that. Nice. So very cool one there.
And then we have Poison Ivy number 39. We got a bunch of cool ones, including the A cover, because all her covers are great. This is Jessica Fong. There's a Nubovich cover. There is a Kyung Eom cover, a Che Ruby variant, and a Joshua Sway Swaby variant.
Just consistently some of the best covers in comics. Next up, we have Supergirl number 8. This is the Todd Knock variant. Todd Knock right now, I think either on his YouTube or his shorts is drawing a Supergirl and coloring it and talking about each step of it. Oh, okay. And it's really, really interesting.
Well, we talked about this one a while ago when we talked about The Darkness. This is the newer Witchblade series, the reboot series, and this is the Brett Booth and Sal Regla cover. That looks great. I got to get caught up on that. I really enjoyed this new series.
Yep. Next up, I just thought this was really cool. This is Adventure Time number 8. This is the Ryan Setso variant, and I just like ones where there's a lot to look at.
And this is Hello Darkness number 17. This is the Jenny Frison cover.
Next up, this is Pop Kill Seasonal Flavors number 1. This is I think this is the regular Pop Kill series, but they are re-releasing them with Christmas-themed covers.
Oh, okay.
So this is the Allison Sampson cover.
And this is Avengers number 33. I want to say this is like maybe the next to last issue of this series before they do something crazy with the Avengers. This is the Adam Polina nullified variant. There's a Chad Harden 250th homage cover, which that kind of made that's sort of like the 1776 book that comes out next week. There's a Juan Frigeri Winter Break variant. No cake in there either, but some abs.
Some washboards.
Yeah, and Luciano Vecchio Disney Stitch Unleash the Holidays variant.
That's a great homage too. Well, next up, we got Black Cat number 5. And of course, we've got just the A cover here, the Adam Hughes A cover, which definitely homages a lot of his Catwoman, the Catwoman cover with the police lineup. There was the Harley and Ivy meet Betty and Veronica police lineup cover. And now we have one for Black Cat. We also have a Ben Oliver cover and a Roja Antonio nullified variant.
This is Battle World number 4. This is the Elizabeth Torque nullified variant, and there's an Assad Ribic King Thor variant.
Which he was the original artist when King Thor showed up in Mighty.
Was it?
It was the Jason Aaron.
Yeah, one. Jason Aaron's.
Yeah. Next up, we have Star Wars Jedi Knights issue number 10. This is the Torrin Clark lightsaber variant with Yaddle.
This is Moon Knight Fist of Khonshu number 15, Marvel's most underrated book. This is the Bjorn Barrien's nullified variant.
I wouldn't mind if he looked like that. He's had some cool ones. He had the zombie one for like the Halloween one. Yeah. It was really cool. Now this one's cool. Bring a little bit more horror into some Moon Knight. We also have Strange Tales number 3. Number 2 comes out next week. This is the Chrissy Zulo cover.
And this is Thor number 5, the Humberto Ramos Disney Stitch Unleash the Holidays variant. And there's a Netho Diaz nullified variant, which that looks awesome. Netho Diaz, his work gets better. Every piece of art I see from him, it's just better than the last one.
It's about to get even better.
Yeah. Oh, and then there's a Netho Diaz Winter Break variant, and I do like that one as well.
Those Frost Giants, like, what you doing in here? And we also have issue number 2 of Lion King. I don't believe issue 1 is out yet, but we've got a Edwin Gallman cover. This is the A cover, who is also doing the writing and the interior art, and a Drew Moss cover. Next up, we got Bookshelf, some really cool collected editions for you.
Starting with the Absolute Wonder Woman Volume 2. This is either you can do the hardcover or the trade paperback. They both come out on the same day. The title of this book is My Mother's Made Me. So the hardcover is going to be $29.99. The trade paperback is going to be $19.99. And they both collect issues 8 through 14 of Absolute Wonder Woman.
Next up, we have Batman Gotham by Gaslight. This is one of the DC Compact comics, and I love this one. Mike Mignola, of course, starting off the Gotham by Gaslight that we just talked about earlier, that is still going, and all these interpretations of it and everything. But this is the original one, so don't miss out on this for only $9.99.
Yeah. This is Spider-Man and Wolverine, the trade paperback volume 1, the Janus Directory. It's going to be $17.99 and collects the first 5 issues of this series, which when I was reading this storyline, I was like, I thought this was a 5-issue deal, but it's still going on. The new issue number 7 comes out next week.
Which I think is starting a new story.
Yeah, so this is really cool. This is you can read this free and clear of anything else. The artwork is fantastic. It's got lots of action. I mean, this feels like a book you would read in the 90s from Todd McFarlane or somebody. So definitely can't wait to pick this up.
Yeah, I'm going to get this for sure. And next up, we have a Marvel Premiere Collection of the Visions. This one is big, especially when it came out. This one kind of put Tom King on the map, but also this introduced Vision and Vision's family. A lot of WandaVision, the show, is based off of this. So you can get all of this here. This is issues 1 through 12 for only $14.99. This is like their own version. They're a little bit smaller, but they're bigger than the compact comics.
Yeah.
But I think this was originally released in like 2 trades and then 1 deluxe edition. But in this one, you do get the entire thing. And we also have some new printings, and there is particularly one here that is really cool.
This is Batman number 1, the 3rd printing. This looks very similar to the A cover, or the A cover of the first printing, but if you missed it out, this is the 3rd printing. And this one. So this is the B cover of the 3rd printing of Batman number 1, but this is from Nick Dragotta and is an homage to his own Absolute Batman number 1 cover. I'm definitely going to get this just for the cover. It's a great book anyway, but with that cover, with the, not as swole Batman, but doing the Absolute Batman pose, that's awesome.
You can overlay them to see exactly how much bigger he is. And next, we've got a really cool facsimile. This is Detective Comics number 66. This is your first appearance of Two-Face. Being in this with all the ads and all of the fun stuff of the original. So it's also, there's a couple other first appearances in here, but the main one is Two-Face. This is your regular cover, and there's also a Brett Parson Mondo cover as well, which it looks really cool. Very, I don't know, even though he's green, it still feels very Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah. And then we have the Limited Collector's Edition number 43, Christmas with the Superheroes Facsimile Edition. I can't wait for this one. They put out a bunch of these. These are the big like treasury size books. Facsimile with the ads and everything. And this is, I don't know what year this came out originally. I want to say it was in the 60s or 70s.
It looks like a very 60s Batman.
Yeah, but I can't wait to. I love holiday themed superhero books, and especially the classic ones like this, so I'll definitely be getting this. And I think they do, regular and foil covers as well.
I like how I recognize some of the characters and some I do not.
That is that's a Sandman.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Wesley Dodds Sandman and his sidekick, whose name I don't remember.
Who's in front of them?
Wonder Woman. And Batman. And Santa Claus.
Behind Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure who that is.
At first I looked at it, I was like, that looks like the owl from Daredevil.
Oh, right.
But yeah, this one also...
That's Paul Bunyan or something, I think. I don't know.
And it looks like down there, they are frozen solid in that. But yeah, this is...
Is that one of their Western characters? Like Batlash or something like that?
It's not Batlash, but it definitely...
It's one of those, maybe.
I don't know. Someone will have to tell us.
Yeah.
He's got like Wolverine hair and stuff. But yeah, this one does have the regular, the foil, and the blank editions as well. And that is it for Comics from the Future. Thank you so much for watching. Head on over to infinityflux.net right now. Place your pre-orders for these books. That way we know when we go to order them to order enough of them and to make sure that you get what you want. As long as you pre-order it, you will not miss out on it. You can get as many of them as you want, and sometimes people do think ahead and they get a couple of copies of things that they think are going to be highly sought after, so you can do that as well. We don't always mention on this show, but the books that are coming out next week are already up on our website for you to purchase. That way you guarantee you get those if you didn't pre-order them while supplies last. So make sure you do that. We don't always mention it on this show that you can do that because we're not talking about those books. but just like we showed a couple of them a second ago, you can go ahead and get them.
Yep, and you can do if you're in the U.S. but not local to Chattanooga, you can have them shipped to you. If you are in Chattanooga, you can choose in-store pickup and come in and pick them up on Wednesday or a couple days after or whatever.
You
but
don't
yeah,
have to be in Chattanooga. You can drive as
you
far
can
as
drive.
you want.
Yeah, as far as you need to. It's worth the drive.
It's worth the drive. Yep. But again, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share this video with someone you know loves comics and loves new release comics and just talking about comics. And yeah, join us on Monday for our early review video.
It's gonna be a huge one.
It's too big, if you ask me. There's too much. It's not for you, but for me, who has to read 29 books in the next couple of days.
I wish I only had 29 to have to read. I have to read 30.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was your choice.
Well, yeah.
So until then, thank you for watching and
see ya.
Bye.